Hey, what's up everybody, welcome to my channel, and today in this video I'm gonna be showing you how to build this paper fidget shuriken. Alright then, let's start with the tutorials. In order to build the shuriken, at first we're gonna need to build these thick layers of papers. It's a total of 4 pieces, from which we're gonna be using 3 of them together in order to increase the thickness of the shuriken, and for the last piece we're gonna be using that for building the spinning portion of the shuriken. Alright then, let's start from the beginning. At first, fold the A4 size paper in half, and right after that fold it once again. And once it's done, we're gonna glue the inside portion of the paper. At first, we're gonna glue the half portion of the paper. Here I'm using the mixture of water and glue to increase the fluidity. Use any kind of a flat flexible object in order to spread the glue all over the place. Make sure the glue is evenly spread around the corners and the edges. And once it's done, spread your fingers carefully from one side to the other. Now carefully fold the second half of the paper and repeat the same process. And right after this, all we need to do is let it dry for some time. And also make sure to place a flat heavy object on the top of it while it's drying. Remember to make this in a total of 4. And from here we're gonna glue all the 3 pieces together for making the shuriken. Make sure to put the finer edges on the same side before gluing. And from here it's all the same process like we did before. And once it's done, let it dry for some time. And for the last piece, we're just gonna have to fold in this way and then glue it all together. Okay, now this thing is nice and dry. Now we can start with the main process. Here we're gonna draw a total of 3 squares of the same measurement. At first we're gonna take a distance of 7 cm and mark on the bottom portion, and do the same on the top portion, and right after that join them together. And from this newly drawn line, repeat the same process. And if the measurements are done correctly, the last part's gonna be the same as the other 2 parts. And now we're gonna use the finer side and take the same measurement like before. Now cut off the extra portion using your scale and knife. And of course we're gonna have to cut this as well. And now it's time to draw the shuriken. Now just draw two diagonal lines intersecting each other at a midpoint. And from that midpoint, take a distance of 2 cm and mark another point. Now repeat the same process for each side. Now we're gonna draw a straight line from this point to the corner. Do the same on the other side and then keep repeating the process. Now join these 2 points and draw a straight line. Now take 1 cm and draw a circle in the middle. Now onto the mid portion of the edge, mark a point of a distance of 1 cm. Now take 1 cm with a compass again, and right after that start drawing an arc from the point we have marked last time. Now the design of the shuriken is almost done. Erase the unwanted lines from the design in order to prevent confusion before cutting. And of course we're gonna have to do the same with the rest. Okay, now let's start cutting the designs. Let's cut the circle first. Always start with a light cut, and as you progress along the way, increase the force of your cut. And right after that, it's all the same process. We start with a light cut from one direction and repeat the same. And for the straight lines, just use your scale for cutting. And that's it, likely to get a nice proper clean cut. And once we're done with all the sides, do the same with the remaining pieces, and then we are ready to glue them together. There might be some uneven shapes while putting them together, so we're gonna be using a sandpaper to fix that thing and make it even. As we can see, the side edges are quite even now. And now we're gonna have to do the same thing with the carved edges and the circle as well. And for that, just roll the sandpaper, put it inside the ring, just move back and forth while twisting at the same time. Repeat the same process, do the same thing with the side portions as well. And once we're done, we should get a nice smooth finishing. Now it's time to sharpen the edges. And for that, we need a minimum measurement of 0.5 cm. And once the marking is done, join the lines and make the boundary. Now do the same thing on the other side as well. This mid portion is gonna be the limit from both sides while we are sharpening the shuriken. And from here, it's all about the sanding process while keeping in mind not to exceed the boundary line while sanding the shuriken. And that's how it's gonna look like once we are nicely done with the process. Now let's finish the other remaining sides. And after we are done with all the sides, this is how it's gonna look like. And now we need to make this portion as durable as possible. And for that I'm gonna be using super glue. Always be careful while using super glue, and always use a tissue paper to get a nice finish. Now repeat the same process for the other remaining sides and also for the curved areas and the ring inside. Now use your sandpaper and smooth all the superglued surface. Alright, let's paint the remaining white area with silver. You can also use a different color if you want it. Now this definitely looks brighter and shiny, but I'm gonna make this portion a bit dark in color, so I'm just gonna apply super glue onto it and carefully wipe out the extra glue with a tissue paper. And once it's done, it's gonna look like this. And also for the smooth finish, use sandpaper. I painted the remaining area with silver. And this is pretty much the work that needs to be done to make the shuriken. Now let's make the other equipments for spinning. Now take one A4 size paper to make the paper strips first. We start from a measurement of 0.5 cm and right after that repeat the same process. And that's gonna be a total of 4. And once we are done with the paper strips, we'll need a marker pen like this. Now we're gonna use the bigger surface of the pen and start wrapping the paper. Now apply a small amount of glue to add the next one. Use your scale for adjustment. That was the first half, and for the second half just wrap the paper without gluing. Now at this point we're gonna have to glue again. Now rotate the ring and take it off the pan. And once it's done, try to separate the first half from the second. Do not rush at this portion, be nice and steady. And eventually we'll be able to separate the rings. Always make sure they're nice and flat. And now it's time to use the last remaining piece. And now for the final measurement, take 1.2 cm on your compass. And with this measurement we're gonna draw 2 circles. Once it's done, cut them out. And right after that we're gonna glue this ring onto the circle. Smooth away all the areas with sandpaper before gluing. Once everything's been adjusted in place, it's time to use super glue. Now smooth away everything using sandpaper. The process of sanding always takes time, but once it's done, we get a nice smooth finishing. Now it's time to test the spinning. Alright, let's throw the shuriken and see how it performs. Well, it worked. That definitely went through the cardboard with no problem. Alright, let's try some more throws. Okay, let's try without the cap. Perfect. That definitely went deeper than the previous throws. Let's try two shurikens together. And that still works good. Okay then, let's try something else. We can pretty much make use of the shuriken's design itself. And only for this design we can wear this as a brass knuckles. And now change the style of your grip, watch out for your palm and hold it strong. And once we are comfortable with the grip, we can pretty much try hitting a cardboard. Alright, here's our first trial. That is definitely a strongly built paper shuriken and no damage on the tip yet. Let's try some more. We're starting to lose the tip now. Okay, after a couple of trials it definitely took some damage, but we can always use the sandpaper to make it pointy all over again. Alright guys, that's the end of my video. If you like this paper fidget shuriken build, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to my channel. And have fun building this project. And most importantly, don't hurt yourself and anybody else while practicing. Always stay safe and I'll see you in the next video.